Okay, what I'm doing right here is very important, and the reason is if you don't seal the inside of this right here, when you go to stain, or anything that's has water base, and even some lacquers can cause moisture to bleed down through, and you'll see ridges here that raise up because the moisture soaks in and changes so that it's not smooth on top anymore. And it looks like it's a damaged thing, and it takes quite a while to get rid of it before you do something else. So this is a clear epoxy, marine epoxy that doesn't yellow, but doesn't really matter here. I'm just sealing all edges possible that can get moisture to it. Because during the staining and lacquer process, you have to actually use water sanding. You have to sand with some water and stuff, and oops, I don't want it on the finish at all. Then I won't accept the stain. Anyway, so I got that done now. That's wonderful because I won't have any problems with the grain later. I had a little bit of epoxy left over from something else I was doing. On this guitar, I was coating the wood for the same reason as that, and yeah, I do that there too. There was something else I was doing with the epoxy though. Oh, I remember what it was now. I have a cane that has a beautiful attachment to the front of it. You can see right there, it's got a crown with a skull attached to the wood. The problem was that they used silicone, and silicone melts at a certain temperature, so that kept falling off here in the heat in Arizona. So I took some boiling water and I stuck the piece there down in, and I stuck this piece down in, and I wiped all that silicone stuff off while it was still, melted kind of. And then I put actual real epoxy inside of it so that the temperature won't get to it. Because epoxy, most of them will go up to 3, 4, 500 degrees before they start melting, which is great for summer heat in Arizona. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing this funny looking guitar red because it screamed red when I saw it. And the front I had to sand back off because it didn't look right. So now I'm going to take a beautiful light purple for the face here. I put that on there, and I think the red showing across the sides because it's beveled edges, I think it's going to be freaking gorgeous. Actually, I'm going to leave the sides here rough like it is. Because I rolled that stuff on there because I wanted it thick so that the sparkles would show. So I'm going to leave it like that, and that'll just be covered with a little epoxy, and then, no, it is already with epoxy. It'll be lacquered. And I'm going to leave the back like this, but the back has really serious issues with the finish. As you can see all the bumps and everything. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to lay it, actually face down like this, right into a whole shitload of silicone in a pan, and then I'm going to turn it back up, and I'll have tape around the edges here so that the silicone can't drip away from the guitar. Then I'll have a nice finish because it'll all settle in perfectly smooth. Then I am going to lacquer the whole son of a gun. I think it's going to look fucking beautiful when I'm done with it. Of course, I'll have the head of it. I love this guitar kit head because look how great an angle that is. You don't even need string trees or anything. And this was a little off, so I'm going to level the frets. I got it all taped off and ready to go, and I got it straightened completely out. So I'll take my sandbar here and go over it until all of the black on the frets are gone that I had put on there with permanent marker. And once that's done, then I'll attach it to this when it's time, after the finish is completely done. And we'll be good to go. Put in, put all this, put all the stuff in it. God, I love the sound of this guitar. The notes were so singular. They popped out away from the other stuff that you were playing. What you really want to express, that note just pops right out. It's got great attack, even with heavy distortion on it. I think I'm going to love this guitar more than I loved my old SG. my 69. I know it was like 72, I guess. Fantastic SG, but this is going to be fantastic. And this only cost me $70. Anyway, talk to y'all later.